Today we're in Lake Las Vegas at an over 18,000 square foot mega mansion with 9 bedrooms, 15 bathrooms, 2 pools, 2 spas, an elevator, an incredible movie theater, and a hidden wine room. There's so many awesome features like this bridge right here and so much more. You're not gonna wanna miss today's property tour. Starting this property tour, we are on the exterior, standing in the driveway. This driveway wraps all the way up. You have 3 bays right there for a 3-bay garage, and then right around to my left is a 2-bay garage, as well as golf cart parking storage as well. So 5 cars total. This is a Mediterranean style home, as you can tell with these unique garage bay doors right here. But come down the sidewalk, you're gonna see white stone, tile for the roofing, palm trees, flower bushes, and this brings us to the actual entrance of the home when you're entertaining, having guests coming over. We have 2 staircases on both sides that wrap around, and we are going to go up there and take a look at the top part of this exterior. So coming up the stairs, first thing you're met with is this statement piece of a fountain, as well as wrought iron gating fencing along the perimeter right there. Steps right up to the front door where there's a huge covered archway, beams along the exterior where the stucco is, and to my left is a walkway to the backyard, as well as French doors to your office space. But coming through underneath the archway, we're met with solid wooden core door with windows all along the perimeter, as well as 2 light sconces on the exterior. Very much so rustic charm. We're gonna go inside and take a look at this 18,000 square foot home. I'll see you inside. Coming into the property, solid wood floors all throughout, a huge foyer that is absolutely grand with a circular structure right here as soon as we walk in. 2 beams right in front of me, a picture window looking at the mountain views, Lake Las Vegas, and the bridge in your backyard. But we're gonna start on the left wing because you could go forward, to the right, and to the left. We're gonna go this way first. So we're entering into the office. French doors open up where we have French doors going to the exterior like we mentioned in the beginning of the video. Conference ceilings above, fan and light, as well as bookshelf furniture up against the back wall. This room being utilized as an office. They did a pretty good setup in it, as well as a window looking at the front entrance, and this wraps up the office. Studio speakers all throughout, as well as Santa Fe finish on the drywall, 7-inch baseboards, and this is moving into the main floor primary bedroom. There's 2 of them, as well as many oversized bedrooms. So moving in here with the French doors, up against the back wall is where the TV is, as well as coffered ceilings in here too, a gas fireplace, and this is a very ample sized room. Bed up against this wall here, as well as lounging furniture, a sectional couch because you have windows all along the perimeter, as well as doors to the backyard, courtyard, balcony setup, Lake Las Vegas views, mountains, some of the incredible homes here, golf course views from this vantage point right here. Now, before we get into the bathroom, we're gonna take a step outside and showcase to you what this backyard has to offer. So stepping out, it's covered, and there's an uncovered section where there's patio furniture, as well as this stonework on the perimeter on this raised platform to enjoy the beautiful views and the sun. Now, right off of this primary, a unique feature is this private spa that waterfalls over into this water reservoir, as well as 3 fountain features that pour into that. And you can see the whole east side of the valley, a tiny bit of the strip, but overall vast mountain views. Now, steps down here bring you to a private lounge area, as well as a gas fireplace in the corner. More steps down take you to another fireplace lounge area where you can see the Lake Las Vegas views from a lower elevation, as well as a bridge that wraps all the way around the backyard, which we will touch on later. Now, moving back into the primary bedroom, but before we do, I want to mention this covered area actually wraps all around this perimeter towards the kitchen, so there's multiple ways to access this. Now, moving back in here, we are going to go into the bathroom. There are two separate bathroom setups. Right now, we see a makeup vanity and a feature we haven't seen on this channel before, a two-story closet. Now, as you can see, this wraps around with cabinetry and plenty of counter space for storage, but coming down here, wrought iron fencing along the perimeter. And as we come down here, there's actually more storage space, which is a really cool feature, and we have not seen this on the channel yet. I know I've seen this in Texas and other states where this is a very popular design, but this is an older home, customly built, and they did this before the trend even started. Now, moving into the bathroom, water room and a bidet to my left, and this is the fully glassed in shower with incredible tile and stonework inside of here, with a tile slab bench and body jets, hose attachment, and a shower mount with a window for natural lighting. This circular jetted hot tub right here with windows looking at the mountain and the lake views, and plenty of space right here for decor, candles, glasses of wine, champagne, a great geometrical pattern with the tile on the flooring, as well as this long vanity with a above sink and the stainless steel faucet built into this glass all along horizontally, as well as storage below in these crystal chandeliers that reoccur throughout the home, above the spa, above the tub in here, as well as the closet right there, and more cabinets along this wall right here. Now follow me down this hallway where we are met with the secondary closet and bathroom space. Now this counter space wraps around a different pattern of flooring right here, and this is a whole separate shower, as well as tiling, a different backsplash from the floor to ceiling and even on the roof, body jets, shower mount. And outside the shower, this brings us to the second walk-in closet, because if the first one wasn't enough, there's plenty more space in here. Granite island, as well as the darker tones of cabinetry in this room, and there's plenty more space to build out more units. Now this wraps up the primary bedroom on the left wing of the house on the main floor. Now we're gonna step back out to the foyer where I will show you the rest of this floor in this house. I'll see you there. So off of the left wing of the house, we're now back at the foyer, and right in front of me is a lounge space where there are two sectional couches, two chairs, in this horizontal window that looks at the mountain views, which is absolutely incredible. Now there's tall ceilings all throughout this home, and it has so much rustic charm. I love how they set this up right off of the entrance as a lounge space. I think it is perfectly utilized, and they did an incredible job right there. Now moving into the other wing of the house, we are met with one of many staircases that brings us up to the third level, because there's also a level below us and a rooftop deck, so 4 levels total. Also one of 2 elevators that brings us up as well and down. And now we're going to move into the official formal dining room. Now there's an octagon shaped tray ceiling up above us, a gas fireplace with the beautiful framing, very rustic, up against this back wall, and a really incredible light fixture with that crystal finish, as well as a sliding door that brings us to the covered balcony outdoor courtyard. I want to point out these 2 counter spaces with the glass finish on the back, as well as more storage. The kitchen is to my left, but before we get there, I want to bring you the rest of this way. Now, as we move through, on my right is going to be the first powder room for guests. We'll move in here real quick so I can showcase it. There is a standing vanity, as well as the mirror with the light fixtures in your toilet right here. If you don't want to take the elevator, there's another staircase right here down to the bottom floor. Now we are going to move this way where we're met with one of the spare bedrooms. Now moving into this, it transitions back into the carpet, and there are French doors that bring you to your private courtyard where there is a gate that leads you into an outdoor entertainment space right off of the kitchen, as well as you can enter through the driveway by the garages. Now, this is going to be your closet space, and right over here is your bathroom where there's a floating vanity, tile and stonework, glassed-in shower with a shower mount in a really unique design for the tiling. Now, tray ceilings up above again, speakers all throughout this home in the backyard for entertaining. Now, moving through the rest of this hallway, one of the garages right here where the 3-bay and the golf cart space is, as well as straight ahead the 2-bay garage. And down here is going to be the laundry room for this floor because there's also one upstairs. Now we are going to enter into the kitchen and one of the highlights of this home, and take a look at the wall right here. It goes from that Santa Fe drywall and it transitions into that stone light tone rock with archways, which just showcases this rustic Mediterranean style inside of this home. Now into the kitchen, the first thing I want to point out is this built-in Sub-Zero wine refrigerator, as well as a refrigerator rack and a freezer right there. And now we are touching on the features of this kitchen. Now this is a square 3-slabbed quartz countertop with storage all along the perimeter, and a Sub-Zero refrigerator and freezer setup, and cut through the middle is more cabinets for additional storage space. All along the back walls, this lighter tone tiling, in an industrial Wolf oven with the 2 stoves, 6 burners, and an oversized griddle with the pot filler. Stainless steel vent is wrapped in this wood with this very rustic styled hood mount. Now, alongside this countertop, it is double elevation, and it is featured with that bar style, the pendant lightings up above, and that coffer ceiling all throughout the living space in the great room right here. Now, double dishwasher, 3 compartments for the sink, and the garbage disposal right in the middle. More storage space right here, and a cutout where you could park appliances, which is a great space for that, but there's also a butler's kitchen. So wrapped around this way, 2 heating storage racks, double microwaves built into the cabinets right here, as well as another double Wolf oven, and a slightly different finish on the cabinetry in here with that quartz countertop and the dark wood flooring all throughout. It blends very well together. Now, I also want to point out the unique brick texture along the ceiling with the pendant lights, and there's more ambient lighting along these wood beams. It looks incredibly symmetrical, and it's just refreshing from these super modern homes because this is a custom home built in the 2000s, and they did a great job. Now moving this way, the quartz countertop with the same cabinetry. This is a built-in desk space into the wall, and over here is another formal dining space, maybe a little bit more informal because you have a whole room dedicated for it over there. So you could use this for that, or you could switch it up however you want, but I think this works out perfectly. Now, French doors, like I mentioned, at the primary bedroom that lead you to the outdoor courtyard balcony on this main floor. But moving into this room right here, this is absolutely oversized. Now, up against this back wall is that white brick, as well as tiling for the seating, for decor. If you want to put photo frames, there's the TV up there mounted above the gas fireplace, floating wood shelves, and a unique design underneath the tiling right there, as well as this huge table with the 2 chairs and the sectional couch right here, and 4 seats up against that wall with the picture windows looking at the east part of the valley with the beautiful mountain views. Now, before we get towards the back wall over there where there's a bar space, a pocket slider, I want to bring you over here because this is actually the second elevator. Now, this elevator goes downstairs as well as up right to the primary bedroom upstairs. We'll touch on that later, and a staircase that wraps around up to the bedroom also. But coming out here, I want to showcase to you the outdoor living space. Now this outdoor living space has this really beautiful tree with this built-in circular structure, as well as your perimeter of the house and the wall right there, a separate space where you could put a garden, as well as a rustic themed outdoor fireplace, and this wraps around to a kitchenette, which we'll touch on in just a moment. So moving back into the house, I want to touch on this bar space over here in the corner of the living room. Now, what I love is the ceilings all throughout this home, because as you can see, moving into this bar space, it moves into that circular tray ceiling, and it just makes this room pop so much, and it really accents that this is a different part of the home in the way that's set up. So this is the bar space, and right here we have cabinets. This is where you could put some of the drinks, food for entertaining, as well as this counter space over here, and it wraps all the way around up against this wall where there's a sink and a cutout here where you could put bottles. And now this staircase brings us also downstairs, right where you could exit into the pool and some more spare bedrooms, and we will touch on that later. But right now we're going to move into the backyard, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. I'll see you out there. Quick interruption from the video. If you're thinking about buying or selling real estate in Las Vegas, I'm definitely your guy. I'm going to drop my email right here. Send me an email so I can see how I can help you best. But while I enjoy this incredible Lake Las Vegas property, you enjoy the rest of this video. So stepping out of the family room, this is a pocket slider that goes all the way into the frame in the home, and we are on a raised covered patio with this huge outdoor table that could fit over 10, 12 people. And we have that really great stonework along the perimeter, as well as steps that lead down to one of two pools and spas. Now coming down these steps, black wrought iron fencing that brings us down, and there is a wet deck right here, and this is one of the smaller and more shallow pools, which would be great for the kids if the kids are hanging out, as well as a raised platform where they have some seats to enjoy the lake, the mountains, the golf course, and a jacuzzi that waterfalls over into the main pool space. Now up these stairs right here, which have lighting for at nighttime, we are met with a turf area as well as the outside kitchenette. Now this kitchenette has this bar space right here, this stone slab for the counter, and a oversized grill with all these outdoor kitchen appliances, as well as a pizza oven too. Now this is a very well equipped backyard for entertaining guests. I mean, we're situated just under an acre here. It's very well landscaped with the flower bushes, the palm trees, different types of palms. And now we're gonna move over towards the bridge so we could showcase what that has to offer. So on the other side of the pool is where we are met with the bridge that wraps all around the back of your property. Now let's go ahead and move across it. And as you can see, incredible Lake Las Vegas views. You can see the golf course, and you're on an elevated lot. There's no property behind you. There's land for it to be built, but nothing yet. And on the other side of the home, it's elevated also, and there's a lot there, but it won't be high enough to obstruct any views, which is excellent. Now below us is the oversized pool and an incredible entertainer's backyard with so many features, and this awesome bridge for entertaining guests and showcasing just a really cool feature that really no other house has, and if they do, it's very rare to come by. Now I'm gonna walk across the bridge and I'll meet you on the bottom floor of the backyard where we'll tour the rest of the features. So off of the bridge, it wraps around these stairs where we're at the bottom floor of the backyard. Really great columns right here that have that Roman feel to it. Now over here, we have the fencing as well as a celebrity house right behind us. Let me know if you know whose house that is. I don't wanna say it, but let me know if you know. Now right here is a fireplace where you could put some more chairs and you can enjoy the lake as well as the beautiful buildings, because this is all very Mediterranean style here at Lake Las Vegas. Now wrapping around this way, we are where the pool is. Now this is a great pool. There are these awesome water features that shoot out. I mean, this would be great for entertaining, having parties. Now for the perimeter of the pool, there are benches where you could sit and be enjoying drinks while you're going in and out of the pool. And this home can host hundreds of guests because of the size of it. Now there's also a smaller water reservoir where the water falls over, and it also waterfalls over that way too, which just looks awesome. Now up against the wall of the home right here is a massage room that's locked off, so we're not gonna go in there right now. But on this wall right here is a separate living quarters, and moving into it, there's tiling along the floors, storage and closet space right there, as well as racks where you could be hanging towels and robes. And this is really a pool room the way that it's staged. Has a full bathroom with floating double vanities made out of stone and tile work, and a glassed-in shower right there. Again, really perfect for entertaining because while people are enjoying the pool out there, if it's too hot, you could have guests being in here as well. And it is a perfect spot to get away from the sun and shower off the pool. Now over here is another bar serving space. You could also have a DJ in here that could be playing music, and it's a nice little space that is covered with this wooden beam. Now up against the wall over there is an access point to go up the stairs to the bar kitchen area, as well as 2 guest suites. This back wall is where a pocket slider is, and the whole bottom floor is really dedicated to entertaining. I'll see you inside. So coming in from the backyard, this lower level of the house is dedicated to entertaining. Now there's a different tone of tiling, 2 billiards table, some storage along the side lockers, because this is themed Raiders with a different merch and artwork all along the walls, as well as seating and tables right there. This is perfect for entertaining right off of the pool. Now 2 doors lead into the theater, but before we go into this theater, I want to bring you where the downstairs elevator is, as well as another room for storage and 2 powder rooms, because a house of this caliber and the different types of parties that you could be holding in events, it makes sense to have 2 bathrooms here for the amount of guests that can be inside of this house at one time. Now, in through these doors right here is where the theater is, and this is one of the best theaters that we've seen on this channel, just because it actually feels like you're inside of a theater. This theater in this house feels like you just went to AMC to watch a cinema with the way that's designed and the different colors in here. So blue carpeting all throughout, the speaker and AV setup down below, as well as this room. This is dedicated for the AV as well as the different electrical throughout the home. Projector and a projector screen up against the back wall, as well as this darker wood finish along the columns in the lower half of the walls. So great theater room. There's about 14 seats in here, double elevation. I love the design over here. There's also counter space over there where you could put popcorn machine, drinks, wine fridge, things like that. But moving down this hallway, the flooring moves into this stone-like tile that moves into 2 different directions and straight ahead. We're gonna go left first, where one of the spare bedrooms were that we point out in the backyard. Now moving into this bedroom up against the wall over here is gonna be the closet space, and into the ensuite, we have a single vanity with a marble backsplash along this shower, glassed in with the different cutouts for the bathroom necessities, as well as storage below. And this wraps up this bedroom. Bed frame right here with the 2 nightstands. But moving back into the hallway, before we go down to the left where the staircase and another bedroom is, I want to bring you into this room right here. Now, custom wrought iron with a glass finish. And now this is the wine room right here. Now before we get to it, I want to take you over here where the bathroom is. A great stonework on the back wall and another vanity right here with a copper finish for the sink and the faucet, as well as the water room up against the back. More storage that wraps around over there. A gas fireplace built into the wall, and that wrought iron on all the windows right there that looks spectacular and really match the theme of this room. There's a darker granite for the counters in here and storage racks for wine and storage space too. But something that you might not see in a lot of homes is this very solid door that is hidden. It opens up into a room that could fit thousands of bottles of wine or champagne. Now it's got a different texture countertop in here that has the rough finish on the edges and smooth finish on the top, and it wraps all the way around through here. Storage for different wine as well as cabinets all along the bottom. Now this is one of the coolest rooms, and it can be temperature controlled too, and I love it because a lot of people want a dark room for their wine because it is best for the quality of it. Now this absolutely does this. One of the best wine rooms that we've seen on this channel, and it's going to be difficult to beat. Now, let's go back out to down the hallway where we have one less gas suite down here before we go upstairs and check out the third level and the rooftop deck. Now, moving down the hallway, there's a different finish of drywall on this whole bottom floor, which is a really cool texture and finish, as well as on this side underneath the spiral staircase, you have that stone accent wall, as well as 2 seats right there and a spiral staircase that takes you to the bar space in the family room. Moving into this room is one of the last bedrooms on the bottom floor, and into this bathroom closet down to my right, a single vanity, a linear glass mirror almost to the ceiling, as well as a glassed-in shower with that tiling unique finish for the backsplash. And that wraps up the downstairs. I will see you upstairs. So off at the foyer, we're taking the stairs up. There's a left wing and a right wing. We are gonna go along the left wing first, so follow me. Different wood floors that are a lighter tone from downstairs. To my left is an elevator, and to my right is stone steps that take us to the rooftop deck. We'll get there in just a moment. But wrapped around this corner is a flexible space that's currently being utilized as a gym, with picture windows looking at the front of the property. Now, you could turn this into an office because it's a flexible space. You could do whatever you want with the room. A lot of utility. Now, straight ahead of me is the powder bathroom for upstairs, a mirror that goes from vanity to the ceiling, as well as that stonework on the ceiling up here, as well as a great stonework with agate crystal throughout it, which looks really nice. Now, this room is also an entertainment room up here because it's being staged with 2 card tables. There's 2 pocket sliders up against the back wall, stonework for the accent, as well as another bar space up here where there's an ice maker by Scotsman that blends in with the cabinetry, and a stainless steel bowl sink, and incredible lake and mountain views, double elevation. Now over here, there are glass windows that open up these French doors into another game room, flexible space, where you could turn this into an office, or it's multifaceted. They have this room staged with all different types of games, which is really great. But moving back through this loft space, we are gonna go outside on this covered balcony and take a look at what this has to offer. Now, there's a different texture of flooring out here, as well as that wrought iron gating all along the perimeter. And this wraps around to a guest suite upstairs, as well as the primary bedroom. So we're gonna walk this way and go take a look at what this has to offer, because there are 4 floors inside of this home. This is the second covered balcony. I'll see you in the primary bedroom. Before we go in, tanning chairs right here in this curved platform where you can just look out at the lake and the golf course views. That's reoccurring all throughout this video. Outdoor gas fireplace under the covered patio right off of the primary. They have 2 rocking chairs right there to really just enjoy this space. But moving in here, we have that wood finish along the floors, the spiral staircase that is off of the family room, as well as this door that opens up to the elevator that comes right up to the primary bedroom, and a gate that looks down at the spiral staircase, which is pretty cool. Ceiling fan up above us, French doors up against this side wall, and plenty of space for more furniture. You could put a TV up somewhere, picture window, and I love how these windows up against the back wall actually have the arches. So very different style of designs on the windows that add variety and just makes it really pop. Now moving into the bathroom, this has been remodeled, double vanity, makeup in the middle, as well as LED lit mirrors, a standalone tub, and that tile work that goes up halfway along the wall, and this window that looks out into the mountain views. A great light fixture, and right here is the walk-in shower with a seat and tiling that goes all the way up to the ceiling. Over here is the water room with a bidet, interior closet that they are currently remodeling, so there's plenty of space to add more built-outs with this granite island right here, and that wraps up the primary bedroom. We are now going to move through the hallway and take a look at 2 more rooms, as well as right here is the upstairs laundry room with a sink as well. So plenty of space, and this works out perfectly because you could do the laundry without going down to the main floor, which is a necessity in an 18,000 square foot home. Now right here is another oversized spare bedroom with a door out to the balcony. Right here is going to be the closet space, and we are now moving into the bathroom where there is a ton of storage and countertop space with the glass mirror on the back and a walk-in shower with a different tile texture. Now we're gonna move into the final bedroom of this home. Big house, 18,000 square foot. One of the biggest ones that we've seen on this channel. And that leads us to the last bedroom, which is absolutely oversized. Bed up against the wall with nightstands, more couches right here because there's so much space that you gotta utilize it somehow. And you could put a TV up against that wall. Up against this wall are French doors that open up to a balcony that looks to the gate in the front of the neighborhood right here, because we're in gaurdgated and a separate gate in this guard gate community. So that looks at the front of the house, as well as another closet that has been built out and a remodeled vanity right here with the mirror on the back and a completely different texture of tiling all up to the ceiling in this shower. Now that leaves us the rooftop deck and the spiral staircase, so I will see you up there. Coming up the spiral staircase off the 3rd floor, we're now at the rooftop deck where this wraps around and it looks into the foyer of the grand entrance of the home. Really great chandelier right here. And what's cool with this space is I can see you using it, put some seats over there, almost as like a library where you could just enjoy a book and you can look outside the windows. It's very green and well landscaped in Lake Las Vegas. I think that'd be a perfect way to utilize this room. So coming up the stair, we are now at the rooftop deck where that wrought iron fencing is. Take one more step up and we are officially on the rooftop deck, where you have 360-degree views of mountains, beautiful Lake Las Vegas landscaping, where Lake Las Vegas is over 320 acres of man-made lake, as well as 3,500 acres of recreational residential landscaping, as well as condominiums, this lake, and so many other great things with over 5,000 homes in this master plan community. And that ultimately wraps up this upstairs deck and the video. Thank you so much for watching today's property tour here in Lake Las Vegas at over 18,000 square foot. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and drop a comment what type of property you think we should tour next. Thank you so much. Have a great 2025.